Some linguists predict that, within a century, around half of the languages spoken on Earth today will fall silent. According to UNESCO, approximately 40% of the estimated 7,000 languages spoken in the world are endangered. This means that they are at risk of disappearing within the next few generations due to various factors such as globalization, urbanization, and the dominance of major languages like English, Spanish, and Mandarin. The loss of these languages has far-reaching consequences, not only for the communities that speak them, but also for humanity as a whole. Language is the essence of human communication, a treasure trove of culture, and a vital component of our identity. It allows us to express our thoughts, emotions, and experiences, and serves as a bridge between generations. However, in today's rapidly globalizing world, many languages are on the brink of extinction, and with them, a wealth of cultural heritage is being lost forever. Whilst the prediction of UNESCO is likely an educated guess, it is not uncommon amongst linguists to hold such alarming beliefs. Kenneth L. Hale of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology wrote that of the many languages on which he had done fieldwork, no less than 8 had since passed into extinction. In 1990, it was found that 70 of the 90 surviving Aboriginal languages in Australia were no longer in common usage amongst native people. In the US, only 20 out of the 175 Native American languages remain in use, the rest being functionally extinct. Numerous specialists in linguistics lament the disappearance of uncommon languages for many reasons, not the least of which includes a level of scientific interest. Some fundamental queries in linguistics revolve around the boundaries of human speech, which are still not fully understood. Many scholars wish to determine which structural components of grammar and vocabulary, if any, are genuinely universal, and possibly therefore innate to the human brain. Additionally, other researchers wish to attempt to decipher ancient migration patterns by examining borrowed words present in seemingly unrelated languages. In each case, having a broader range of languages to study increases the likelihood of obtaining accurate results. But why are so many languages in such rapid decline? Perhaps most prominently, we can point the finger at the influence of colonialism. The spread of major languages often comes at the expense of smaller indigenous languages. Colonial powers have historically promoted their languages in their colonies, leading to the marginalization and eventually disappearance of local languages. Another reason for the decline could, ironically, come from education and media. In many parts of the world, education is conducted primarily in a dominant language, which can lead to the neglect of minority languages. Similarly, the lack of representation of endangered languages in media contributes to their decline. Another factor may be the cultural assimilation experienced when people migrate from rural areas to cities in search of better opportunities. In their quest for better economic prospects, they often abandon their native languages in favour of more widely spoken languages. This shift is particularly evident in developing countries where urbanization is rapid. In an increasingly globalized world, there is often pressure on minority groups to assimilate and adopt the dominant culture, which can include adopting the dominant language. In spite of this phenomenon being widely talked about in linguistic circles, the field of linguistics itself has had little impact on the preservation of native languages. You would think that there would be some organised response to this dire situation, some attempt to determine which language can be saved and which should be documented before they disappear, says Sarah G. Thomason, a linguist at the University of Michigan at Ann Arbor. But there isn't any such effort organised in the profession. It is only recently that it has become fashionable enough to work on endangered languages. But for those living outside the realm of linguistics, what motive is there to preserve or document a dying language other than simple intrigue? The answer comes in many forms. First of all, each language carries a unique cultural heritage that cannot be replaced or recreated. The loss of a language means the loss of a rich cultural history, traditions, and knowledge that have been passed down through generations. The words, "If the culture survives, then so too does the nation," can be found outside Prague's Kampa Museum, reminding us that the right to speak one's own language and celebrate one's own culture is a fundamental human right. The suppression or loss of a language can be seen as a violation of this right. Secondly, speaking and learning multiple languages can have cognitive benefits, such as improved memory, problem-solving skills, and creativity. By losing endangered languages, we are depriving future generations of these benefits. Linguistic diversity is an essential aspect of human life. The extinction of endangered languages would result in the loss of valuable linguistic information and knowledge that could help us better understand human language and communication, not to mention the loss of age-old knowledge that could help to further our own understanding of the world around us. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are promising indications that the field of linguistics is experiencing a positive shift. The Volkswagen Foundation, a German charity, has recently issued its second round of grants, totaling over $2 million. This funding has led to the creation of a multimedia archive at the Max Planck Institute for Psycholinguistics in the Netherlands, designed to store recordings, grammars, dictionaries, and other data related to endangered languages. To populate the archive, the Foundation has deployed field linguists to document languages such as Aweti, with approximately 100 speakers in Brazil, Iga, with around 300 speakers in Ivory Coast, Wayama, a few hundred speakers in East Timor, and several others at risk of extinction this century. The Ford Foundation has also entered this domain. Their contributions have revitalized a Master Apprentice program initiated in 1992 by Leanne Hinton of Berkeley and Native Americans concerned about their imminent loss of about 50 indigenous languages in California. In this program, fluent speakers receive $3,000 to teach their native tongue to a younger relative, who also receives a payment, through 360 hours of shared activities over 6 months. So far, approximately 5 teams have completed the program, preserving some knowledge of 25 languages. Although Hinton acknowledges that it's too early to declare language revitalization in California, their efforts contribute to prolonging the survival of these languages, allowing linguists more time to record and study them before they disappear. Amongst the ways to save dying languages, there are efforts to document them through recordings, dictionaries, and syntaxes, which can help preserve them for future generations. Involving the communities that speak endangered languages in preservation efforts is crucial. This can be done through language classes, workshops, and community-based projects. Other efforts to preserve languages require governments and educational institutions to implement policies that promote and protect minority languages, such as offering bilingual education and incorporating endangered languages into the curriculum. Finally, spreading awareness about the importance of endangered languages and their unique cultural value can help garner support for preservation efforts. A recurring factor in the decline of languages is the collective uncertainty among speakers about the significance of linguistic loyalty. As they perceive their own language as inferior to the dominant one, individuals cease using it across various situations. Children often adopt this attitude and favour the majority language. This phenomenon is frequently unnoticed until people realise that their children never speak the language, even within the home. Linguistic experts generally agree that the solution to language extinction lies in promoting multilingualism. Even those without formal education can learn multiple languages, especially when introduced at a young age. In fact, many people worldwide speak more than one language, and in countries such as Cameroon, Papua New Guinea, and India, it is common to fluently speak 3 or 4 distinct languages and a few dialects as well. A significant challenge is overcoming the widespread prejudice in places like the United States, Canada, Australia, and Russia, where many consider speaking another language in public as immoral. Notably, these regions witness the vast disappearances of languages. To save endangered languages, the initial step involves encouraging the majority populations to accept and accommodate the unique voices of minority groups within their societies. Endangered languages are a testament to the richness and diversity of human culture. It is our responsibility to take action and ensure that these voices are not silenced. The loss of languages not only affects the communities that speak them, but also impoverishes humanity as a whole, as they embody unique cultural heritage and contribute to our understanding of human communication. To effectively save dying languages, it is crucial to involve the affected communities, promote multilingualism, and encourage governments and educational institutions to implement policies that protect and value minority languages. By raising awareness and taking action, we can ensure the survival of these linguistic treasures and enrich our collective cultural heritage. By promoting language preservation, we can safeguard our shared heritage and enrich the future.